What's going on, everyone? This is Sheets, and we're going to be going over the MLB slate for this evening. FanDuel starts first in about 40 minutes, so we're going to take care of that. Then we're going to do DraftKings. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Pretty exciting weekend in Sheets world. We got second in the live final, the UFC live final in Philadelphia. I didn't go, but sent a friend of mine to enjoy the fights, and I put in my lineups from where I was this weekend. And actually, two of my friends, one of my college friends and his wife, were up and came for the day, and I made them sweat, made them sweat it a little bit. I kind of explained to them how DFS worked and all that stuff, and that was definitely a lot of fun. So we got second in there for 100,000, really, really strong. And listen, this is not anything really, but the guy who got first. If I had to identify one person, I wouldn't mind getting first over me. It would be this person. Kenny is a really, really good dude, and works hard, and it say deserves it, whatever it is. But he happy to see him win. Let's put it that way. But that was good. And then to kind of finish off the week, ended up taking down the lottery in the MLB yesterday. For 20. So needless to say, very, very strong, very, very strong weekend. We've got to build as much of a cushion as we can for football season. Also, a couple of announcements. Again, these are kind of selfish announcements, but just so you guys know what I'm up to. Tomorrow is the FanDuel World Championship. It's not live, but it's played out online. I think like 500,000 for first or something like that. And then on Sunday is the MLB Live Final in Philadelphia. Which I am also not attending, but I'll be putting that in from here, and that's $1 million for first, and that's obviously much harder than the UFC one. The UFC one, there's only 15 people in it, and the MLB is 100, and they're all incredible players, and it's baseball, so it's going to be fun. There's also a kind of a $350,000 showdown free roll that is part of it, which is good. That's on Saturday. So these are some pretty exciting stuff before NFL season, because when NFL season comes, I mean, everybody loves NFL, and listen, NFL's got obviously it's positives, like $1 million every freaking night, it seems, for first. But all the other sports just get crushed as far as their prize pools go. I really hope they don't. I hope they still put up good prize pools for MLB and all the other sports and UFC and everything once NFL season starts. In any case, I want to fire off my builds first before I get into it, because my internet has been sort of spotty. So I want to at least make sure that I have something up before, in case my internet goes out. So just bear with me for just a moment while I just at least get my process going, and then we'll backtrack and get into it. Hold on. There's also some lineup changes, or we are waiting on lineups, I think, from Arizona, which did not have incorporated in yet. All right, so we'll build the FanDuel, and while that's happening, let's go ahead and share my screen. Share screen, and this. So while it's building my DraftKings lineups here, let me go into the projections. Now, as this should come as no surprise to anyone. This is a Dodgers at Coors slate. So what that's going to mean is that the Dodgers are going to look like the best stack by a ton. And it's just a question of whether and to what extent and in what form you want to eat that ownership. As we'll get into the projections, I mean, they project so much higher than everybody else that, that the only reason you're not playing them is because of ownership. But that's a very good reason not to play them, because they're going to be completely jammed. Now, we're looking at FanDuel first. Now, the other thing about FanDuel is that we're looking at the pitching, and again, we're looking at column J here, and under value, And it's actually Snell from the Dodgers, I mean, as well. So you get that correlation also. So he's the number one pitcher, followed by Sanchez, and both of them are very strong on their own. In other words, these are good numbers. Anything over 100 or near 100 is good. Imanaga, very, very good play, actually. So you see, like, all these pitchers are getting some ownership. So Imanaga is the one that's probably going to fit more Dodgers in it, but but Snell's got the correlation going with him. Then you have McLean; he looks pretty good. Valdez is a nice cheapo here at 8,300. Okay, if you want to go down to Waka, that's fine too, or even Castillo, but that's a pretty big drop in value score. So for me, if you were going to pay down, I think that Valdez is going to make a lot of sense. So I want to see how many of those we get. Let me just finish off the DraftKings build here. And then we're also going to take a look at the Pater Portfolio Manager and see what it does, because I guarantee you, I mean, I know a little bit about how the Pater Portfolio Manager works now, and there's very little chance there's going to be much Dodgers in there. There just never is. It's a very, very aggressive anti-chalk stack system, which, it doesn't win often, but when it wins pretty big, right? So I'm curious to see where it ends up, because I know it's not going to end up on the Dodgers. It just never does. Let me just let me just do a couple of things here. I don't want to play 4-2s. 4-2-2s, I guess I can live with. I don't need 3-3s or 4s or 3-2s. I'm just kind of cleaning up the stack exposures here. We're going to go back and probably change this after we talk about this, but again, I just wanted to get something in here. One thing you can see, I'm playing the Gold Glove, otherwise known as the Pablo Open, because he won that recently. I might do the live sweat tonight. I haven't decided yet. Let's see how tired I am. So let's put these in, and then we'll get back and we'll take a look at some of the stacks. Oh, the other thing I want to report is that for those of you that saw me debut my best ball tool, I maxed out the best ball mania on Underdog. Using the tool, I was able to like 6 table to turn a poker phrase, like to get like six tabs going at once. It took me maybe 2 weeks of maybe a few hours here and there to get it done. But yeah, I got that done. We'll see how that kind of plays out. And I built a DraftKings one in the last couple of days. So I'm going to fire those off and do it pretty soon. All right. Let's take a look at the stacks first for FanDuel. And then just to show you, I mean, this is the main, this is like the raw points number in column D. And as you can see, I mean, the Dodgers are full 15 raw points ahead of everybody else. That's just kind of insane. Now, the ownership is going to reflect that, but I mean, that's just a tough fade. Now, when we look at, I guess, let's see points per dollar. I bet your point per dollar is going to be also the Dodgers. I'm just guessing. Yep, Dodgers best point per dollar. And for Sheets value, it would be here, right? Yep. I mean, through the roof. So how do you play it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's why I use the simulators to kind of try to weigh the ownership. You compare them with these lower owned teams. Like I would guess that maybe something like Atlanta or Philly, because I wouldn't pair the Dodgers with the Royals. That seems to be the chalk. But maybe you could play Atlanta or Philly, something like that. That would be my option, is to play either or Atlanta and Philly and just hope somehow the Dodgers bust. So these are the stats that look the best. Dodgers number one, obviously. Then I guess Atlanta and Philly would be the next one. Now let me see what I'm actually getting, because I did build these. And I'm hoping I don't get all 100% Dodgers. I mean, that ain't no fun. Let's just see. And I did set it to do portfolio plus. Yeah, sure, why not? Mets. I mean, listen, it's baseball, right? Anything's possible. Let's just see team stacks I would be getting. Yeah, but not all of it. 46% Dodgers, then it's KC, Atlanta, Philly. Boy, can I really win a GPP playing these teams? I don't know. Seems awfully ambitious. And then with respect to pitching, this is FanDuel. All right, at least I'm different in pitching, but even still, Snell, Imanaga. I mean, how am I going to win like this? I don't know. That's the tough thing when you have one team that looks that good. They become very tough to fade, even in baseball. Let me take a look at the. Well, we'll get back to the portfolio manager in a minute. Let's take a look at DraftKings. DraftKings. So pitching wise on DraftKings, we're going into the column J here again. And again, Snell number 1, followed by Imanaga. Then kind of a little cascading down 2 points, losing a couple of points, losing a couple of points. Boy, it looks as though you're getting no breaks, right? Because sometimes at least you get like a lower owned guy that's up there, but no, you're getting nothing tonight. This is really brutal, guys, I have to say. What do you play, Snell and Imanaga like the rest of the world? And then the Dodgers? I mean, at least, oh boy, Imanaga, and even Ohtani. I thought they'd make him more than 7K for some reason. And Mookie at 4,900 is kind of obscene. I mean, that's almost free in the context of this slate. So let's see. I mean, let's take a look at the stacks. I mean, listen, it's the same process no matter what we do. Let's take a look. DK, I mean, the Dodgers. I mean, let's look at this. Then, okay, so Atlanta would be the next one. So that would be, I guess, the pivot, right? Because they're lower owned than KC. Or you could drop to the Cubs. That's not bad. That's an idea. Maybe, yeah. Okay. So that would be my pivot, is the Cubs. If that matters. Let's take a look and see what we actually got. Then we'll go to the portfolio manager. Let's see. I have to check to see if any of these Arizona guys got in my lineups. They're not playing or something like that. I don't even have lineups yet for this for some reason. Well, let's see what I have now. As of now, I just can't imagine not having Dodgers. Snell 46%, Imanaga 49%. Look at all these hitters. I mean, 24% Ohtani. I mean, it's ridiculous. 35% Dodgers, Atlanta and KC. So it's just not a great slate to get different. That's just the best way I can describe it. It's not the, you don't have to force your stuff, I guess. And I just kind of hope that the lineups that we built that were dispersed are different enough given the contest fields. Let's take a look at the portfolio manager because I did run it with DraftKings with the main portfolio paid inputs, and interestingly and not surprisingly, this is exactly what I thought. Like if I ran the top 1,000 lineups using the portfolio manager, the Braves are number 1 and the Dodgers barely show up. So you have 33% Atlanta. So basically what it did was it dropped the Dodgers just to the bottom of the list due to ownership. And then I think it just took the next top 2, Atlanta and KC. And There's just nothing wrong with that. You know, I mean, it's tough to fade, but you know, it is baseball and stuff happens. So let's take a look at the pitching. Pitching wise, we have so we did not get cute with pitching. So Snell and Zach Geloff from the A's, and then all these Atlanta guys. What about the pitchers? So McClain was next. So the idea was to play Snell, but not play the Dodgers. I mean, sure, why not? Now, I still don't think you could do it with FanDuel, though, right? Yeah, I don't think we do it with FanDuel. But what we can do at least is do the range of outcomes, right? So let's just see FanDuel, main slate, range of outcomes. Let's just look at the stacks. See if we can't. Let's see, FanDuel, it would be, how about just, you want to go to the optimals? Optimals. So it's Snell, but then what about the stacks? Where would they be? Stacks ROO, sorry. Yeah, so Atlanta. There, I mean, even on FanDuel, Atlanta, KC, and the Dodgers show up a little bit more, you know. So that would be that seems to be the idea, you know. If you want to fade the Dodgers, to go ahead and play some combination of Atlanta and Kansas City and not get too sneaky. I don't mind what you're saying, Coach, about playing the Mets, but you know, I feel as though it's just kind of like, you know, yeah, it's baseball, anything can happen type of play. But who is pitching against the Dodgers, by the way? I don't even know. It's not Freeland, I hope, is it? It's Freeland. I don't think I can do it. Let's see. Oh, it's Sagano? Oh, God. He's not the worst, right? I mean, gives up what? Well, let's look. He gave up an 8-ball here. Oh my God, he was in the 23-9 game. Oh goodness. Yeah, not great. Yeah, so I don't know. Tough slate. The best I could describe this. What else you got for me? I mean, I wish I had some words of wisdom aside from this, but I really don't have anything. Let's take a look at the lineups here, I guess. See what happened to the Braves. It's still, I mean, the Diamondbacks still have some time. Let's see if they change their lineups. Yeah, so I have my own stuff that I use sometimes. Depends how lazy I get. Yeah, still not getting the Arizona lineup in, so that could be different. But the one thing I will say is, I mean, if things are not going your way out of these 7 o'clockers for some reason, I mean, you really should consider pivoting to Chicago. That would be my idea. And listen, it's not, you don't get much of a bargain here. It's only like you only have like an hour to figure out just a couple innings. But I think that do I want to just like force in some Cubs? Like how much Cubs do I have here? I mean, not a lot. I mean, what if I forced in something like, this would be pretty gruesome, right? If I forced in like 20%, for example, I want to see what that would look like just for funsies. And then like 15% Cubs 5-mans. What would that do to the rest of the portfolio? So I think Atlanta is the very natural pivot, and then there's Kansas City. I think that anybody aside from them would be good. So now the Cubs would end up being the top 5-man stack team, and then how about overall stacks? And overall, they would compete with the Dodgers. Let's see stack exposures. I mean, I guess this is good. So where would the Dodgers stacks be then? If 29% total Dodger stacks, where would the 5-mans be? So 6% of them would be 5-mans, 4% would be 4-mans, and 8% would be 3-mans. And there's some 2-mans. So this is a very Bobby type way to play. You know? That would be a very Bobby type way to play. Play some Dodgers, but don't play, but don't play the 5-mans. I mean, this is pretty aggressive playing it this way. But boy, if we can get lucky here. So let's you know what, let's just do that just for fun. Now the funny thing is, why would I change this? I mean, I've been like doing nothing but printing in these freaking lotteries. Why would I do something different? I don't know, always experimenting here. I just have this feeling that you just can't play just the chalk here. It's just too hard to get there because everybody's playing the same thing. And what about FanDuel? What did I say that FanDuel was the, again, what did I want to force in maybe on FanDuel? Let's see. That would be, oh no, that was the Cubs. Uh-oh. So it was FanDuel I wanted to play the Cubs on. DraftKings, it would have been, the Cubs as well. Yeah, so Cubs here. The same thing on FanDuel? Yeah, I think so. Let's see, FanDuel. Yeah, it looks similar. Or Minnesota? No, it's got to be the Cubs on FanDuel also. I mean, that's going to be my cross to bear. Let's see what I have here on FanDuel. And I can always change it, right? I mean, I have like nothing. I have like 6%. I mean, I got to do something. So let's make it 15% Cubs, and then to even it out, we'll do 15% Cubs here as well. We'll apply. We'll take a look and see what the stack exposures are over here. So I don't think I saw that. Yeah, just 4-3, 4-2. 4-4, 4-2-2. Yeah, this all looks pretty good. And we'll see what kind of mood I'm in. We'll see if I keep this. I'm inclined to keep it. It's not like I'm fading the Dodgers. I'm just not putting in that many 5-mans. Very, very, very Bobby Fi of me. So this is the don't do this at home play. I guess that's pretty much it. I do reserve the right to maybe do a live sweat a little later if things are humming along. Otherwise, I'm probably going to aim for Wednesday for that. And aside from that, I guess that's just going to do it. Good luck, everybody.